focusing on Shelton now, sponsored by our Community Credit Union. Mark Zeigler's in studio with me, Community Development Director for the city. Good morning.
Hi, Jeff.
How are you?
Doing all right today.
It's
not raining on us.
It's not raining yet, and that's good. We are expecting some rain over this next couple of days, unfortunately.
Wow.
Shocker.
That's shocking around here.
What's going on? What's going on with the city?
There's a lot of changes going on in the city.
There are.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm part of that.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to come talk about
Okay.
a little bit. My new role, I guess, and my goals and what I look at to help improve our service in community development. So
before this, you were with Parks and Rec. Was that under community development?
At one time it was.
Okay.
Yeah, and one time it was under Public Works, Community Development, and then it was its own standalone, I guess, department that reported directly to the city administrator, city manager now. It's had different incarnations, but really for 23 years I've been in the Parks and Recreation field.
Yeah.
Solely, there's been a few other things there. I manage the Arts Commission and the Civic Center and things like that fall under Parks and Rec. So now it's expanded a little bit.
Yeah. So you would still kind of look as ways to develop the community through parks, perhaps, and additional things like that. But now you look at all sorts of other things.
Yeah.
What are those other things?
Yeah. So you're right. So we're still running recreation programs, still managing parks, maintenance, and long-range planning and things like that for physical parks facilities. But now we're looking at long-range planning. So updating the comp plan, dealing with developers that might want to come in for subdivisions.
Okay.
The small guy through the building department that just wants to build a house or a garage or re-roof a house or replace their windows, things like that. And then facility departments. So maintaining our city facilities, making sure that the investment the community made in these facilities is being maintained and we're prolonging the life as long as we can.
So you're the director of this. That means you'll have a staff to help you with this task?
Yeah. There's a staff in place. So we have a senior planner, we have an associate planner, then we have a facilities manager and some maintenance and custodial staff as well. And the park staff stayed in place. So all those people are still there. I essentially took the position of the Community Economic Development Director that was there before. Steve Goins, he left to another position someplace else. So we combined those, saw some commonalities within those departments and the ability to kind of look at these, not necessarily an outside perspective because I've been in the city and I've worked closely with these people, but a perspective that maybe wasn't in community development before. So we can look at how we provide customer service, how we're processing permits, how we're interacting with people that are waiting for a permit to come through and be approved, or a developer that's coming up through the process, and how we're interacting with them, how we're providing them the best customer service.
So are you able to take some of the skills that you were working with? Let's use, for example, something that you guys have been working with was that off-leash dog park.
Yeah.
Neyland, at Neyland Park. So you had the idea, a group came to you, and then you kind of figured out a way to get it done. Is that similar? Not necessarily holding the hand of a developer to get through, but kind of the same. You're working through these steps, and now you can move that to...
My goal is very much to utilize a process like that, a very collaborative approach, an approach that gets that applicant, that developer, that builder to a place where they can have a successful project.
Sure.
It's from the get-go, from them coming in, just talking with staff, throwing out some ideas, nothing formal, getting the lay of land, letting them know maybe how much a permit might cost, whether it's hooking up to a utility or what the building permit might be, or maybe a land use issue that they might have to deal with, all the way to a pre-submission where it's actually a formal meeting. They come in with their ideas and plans. They sit down with city staff, everybody from the building department, planning department, public works, utilities, people like that. Then we can actually outline what they're going to need to successfully submit an application to the city.
Okay.
And that gives them an idea of what it's going to cost in true costs, and how long it's going to take to process that permit, and then what they actually need to supply to us to be able to process it. And hopefully that means that they get a complete application, because sometimes The one problem is if somebody just assumes what they need to submit, it gets put in line. We have a number of permits in line. They're all in a big stack, and you start at the top, and you work your way through. Once you get to the middle of that stack, and somebody's permit is there, and it's not complete, they're missing something, it's not clear, they have to resubmit or provide that information, and then
that's a whole deal.
Yeah, essentially they're either spinning their wheels, spending time, spending money, and it's delaying their process, delaying their project. But also we're working on something else in the meantime, so we've got somebody else that's in line too. So it really helps to have as much information as we can get, really work with people to get them through that project, because it helps us too. If we get all that information up front, it's much easier to kick that project out, kick that permit back out to that builder, that developer, that individual, and they can go down the road, complete their project successfully, and we're on to the next one.
Do you plan any collaborations with the county with anything when it comes to these, or other entities out there?
Well, there certainly is collaboration with the comp plan.
Yeah.
We're going through a comp plan update right now, so the senior planner, Jason Dose, is working on that with the county. There's some cooperative timelines there that need to run concurrently, so we're working on them with this. There's obviously development that happens in the UGA. Could potentially be in the city, so there's some cooperation between the county and the city when that takes place too.
And then this just popped into my head, but a couple weeks ago I had the folks from the Port of Shelton on, and we were talking about that Eagle Point area. What's going on with that?
We're working through that process. We hope to have it closed by the end of the year. So that purchase is being managed through Capital Land Trust. Through the grants, we're still working through. It's a pretty quick timeline actually that we're on, so we're hoping to have that done by the end of the year, and that's actually brings up another point with Eagle Point. That land is in the county right now, so our staff is working on a rezone an annexation that would bring Eagle Point, part of the marina, and part of Oakland Bay.
Wow.
Into the city limits, and really the marina is half in the city, or part in the city, part in the county. So doing that annexation, moving that boundary, would give them one entity to deal with. They're not dealing with the county and the city for any permitting process and things like that. So it's cleaning up some of those issues that are floating around out there, and the things that maybe the public doesn't see all the time, but those are things that the community development department works on a regular basis.
Well, it's going to be exciting to talk with you over the next year and beyond about this, and kind of see how Shelton changes from now, a year from now.
Right. Exactly.
So that'll be really cool.
Yeah. It's a new challenge, it's a new opportunity, and it's fun. It's great to serve this community, and I'm looking forward to it.
You're also big time with the Christmas Town Kiwanis. We got Holiday Magic coming up Friday night, Saturday, over the weekend. What are you doing for it? Anything?
It's a busy weekend. Yeah, well, at 3 o'clock tomorrow, we're meeting with the consultant for the Railroad Avenue Visioning project. Part of the Department of Commerce grant funds that are looking at the rest of Railroad Avenue all the way out to 101 through that visioning process. So we're meeting with them to talk about that, and they're going to be around for that event to kind of see how that event works, and how the parade works and things like that. So when they're putting out a product, they can take into account what's already happening here, how the vision might work for the people downtown. They're going to talk to business owners and talk to people that are milling around downtown and attending the event, and see what they want to see too. So
it starts with that.
It starts with that. I think I'll be manning bonfires or driving the kiddie train on Friday, and then helping out with the parade on Saturday as well.
Very cool.
Right after our youth basketball program. Saturday mornings.
Whoa.
Big day with Saturday basketball.
Big day for you.
Yeah, we're team assignments and clinics on Saturday morning, so it's a fun weekend.
Oh, fun. Very good. Mark Zeigler, Community Development Director for the City of Shelton, here for our Focus on Shelton this week and every week, brought to you by our Community Credit Union. Thank you much. We'll
Thanks.
talk to you. We'll see you this weekend.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you know you have access to the fastest internet in Washington State? Switch to iFiber Communications right now and take advantage of our special offers. Pay only $29.95 for 100 megabit high-speed internet, or get 3 months of internet absolutely free. That's right, $29.95 for 100 megabit speeds or 3 months of internet free. Shop, stream, and game like never before with iFiber Communications high-speed internet. Call 360-427-4000 or check us online at ifiber.tv. Subject to credit approval, valid on a 24-month contract.